Welcome to Maya Drum Studios. Thanks so much for checking in with me on these drum set presentations, and I hope you find them helpful and informative. The first thing I want to talk about is tempo. Tempo is obviously the holy grail for drummers. Time and tempo are actually the responsibility of the whole group, not just the drummers. But seeing that the drums speak very quickly and have a very sharp attack in the music, the drums end up being the last line of defense for consistent time. So it's really important that we understand it as thoroughly as we can and do as much as we can to practice steady tempo. When we play, there are two ways that the beat is subdivided. One of them is duple time, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, and the like, being 32nd notes, 64th notes. Or ternary time, which is triplets, eighth note triplets, 16th note triplets, and so on. So the first exercise I'm going to do is playing quarter notes at a very slow tempo, and I'll count the triplets so you can hear how they subdivide each of the quarter notes into 3 even parts. By the way, on these tempo exercises, I highly recommend that you practice them extremely slow. I'm going to put my metronome to 40 beats per minute in quarter notes, all right? And that will enable you to understand more thoroughly how tempo is subdivided and what it feels like to play from one quarter note to the next with the counting of the triplets being as even as possible. Okay, here we go. 3 triplet, 4 triplet, triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 2 triplet, 4 triplet, 3 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Great. So now I'm going to add one note to the ride cymbal pattern. It's and this will be the last triplet of each beat. I'm going to play that note. And the way I'm going to play it is that I'm just simply going to let the stick fall to the cymbal. So they call that the skip beat. And this will create a shuffle rhythm, right? So I'm going to put the last triplet of every quarter note on the ride cymbal is going to be played now. One triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 4 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 4 triplet. Now we're going to add another ride cymbal pattern. This is the familiar jazz ride cymbal pattern, which has a quarter note, then eighth note triplet followed by the last triplet on the let count, then another quarter note being on beat 3, then on 4 we have the eighth note triplet followed by eighth note triplet on the let count of 4. Much easier to see it than for me to explain it, but I'll write that out for you. And I'll do the same by counting the triplet and keeping that quarter note feel as accurate as possible. Once again, we're down at 40 beats per minute. One triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 3 triplet, 2 Now we can do the same thing in duple time. So what I'll do now is count 16th notes. And the way we count 16th notes, as you may or may not be familiar with, is 1 E and A, and so on. Okay, so we'll do the same thing, 40 beats per minute, just quarter notes. And I'll subdivide in 16th notes. One E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 2 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 3 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 4 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. One thing to note, when I count, you'll notice that I am also keeping track of the bars that are going by, right? So I'll count 1 and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 2 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 3 E and a, and so on. It just makes it easier to understand where you are in the phrase or in a piece of music, especially if you have to play the same pattern for several bars. So it's really good to get used to counting like that.